In 2024, celebrate Autobots, Decepticons, Maximals, Predacons, Transformers, 40 years of the robots in disguise. Coming to PACIFIC414 Pop Talk. Transform and roll out. The following content contains adult language and humor that is not suitable for viewers under the age of 18. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. The views and opinions expressed during the following video content are those of the individual and may not reflect those of others. Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome, one and all, to this edition of PACIFIC414 Pop Talk, along with my co-host for tonight, Age Boomer, Ryan Roger Athe, Jason Fox of 540 Studios, the Smoking Patriot, Baron Orman Tagge, and Cashmoney 007. I am your host, Mike, and tonight we are going to be talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly of pop culture and entertainment for the year 2023. But before we do that, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you who joined us as a special guest throughout the year, whether it was a one-on-one interview or you joined us for special events like the 2-year anniversary of PACIFIC414 Pop Talk, or talking Mighty Morphin Power Rangers for the 30th anniversary, or any other edition of Pop Talk, including on Rumble, which we are on right now, along with YouTube, where I have sent you an invite to join us. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining us, because you guys make this show happen. I don't do it alone. I do it because of each and every one of you. Each and every one of you support this channel. Each and every one of you give a thumbs up, share out the stream, whether you're watching the stream and you're sharing it out, or you see a post about the stream and you retweet it or post it on social media, wherever you're on social media. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Or in the case of Cash, socialist media.
No, I don't think so.
In California, stand there.
You're in a blue state too. Nice try, Baron.
No, it's always an honor to be here, brother. It's always an honor to be here, and I love spending time with you guys. You're amazing people, so Thank you
I
again.
wish I could say the same thing. King.
Yeah.
I wish I could say the same thing here. I mean, I come because I get blackmailed. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
Baron has a very high.
you know this.
That pipe.
You know the
for-
standing rule. If I'm not here, what do you and Cash do? What do you and Cash do? You know
We
what you
raise
both
the-
do.
We raised
You
the
raise the
flag,
pirate
man.
flag.
What else?
I'm really concerned. I don't think I want to know what they do.
We
They,
raised
they,
the
wait,
pirate
they
flag,
raised the
man.
pirate flag.
There's a mutiny.
Yeah.
Wait, doesn't
Correct.
Baron wear that male like short skirt thing from the first
What?
episode of TNG?
Oh, God.
You want to see? You want to see?
No.
I'm not wearing anything right now. Though. I'm not wearing anything now.
No, Baron, keep that to yourself. Keep that to yourself.
We already know, Baron, that you
I might
get
be
blackmailed.
bisexual,
You
but I do
don't
not
want
want to see
anything
that,
else
man.
to be
You're not my
revealed.
type, Baron.
Hey, I'm not gay, but $20 is $20. That's all I got to say.
Oh,
Okay.
my.
All right.
Hey, this is
What
tame.
a mercy.
This is tame compared to what we had earlier before the show. I mean, we had to,
That's
we had to
true.
behave ourselves.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Trying to behave ourselves.
Yeah.
Well, behaving ourselves is a very loose term.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Mhm.
yes,
It is
it
a real good term. It really is.
Behave yourselves. You guys are with Baron and Cash along with myself. There's no chance that we're going to behave ourselves tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At
But-
the end of the world, you know it. But I feel fine.
Yeah.
I do appreciate the support that this channel does get, and I hope for all the best for all of us in 2024.
It's going to be a very important year. I mean,
Mhm.
2024 could be the most important year of the decade because I think of all the years in the 2020s that could affect 2030, it is 2024 and maybe
agree.
2028. You
It
never
could be,
know.
especially with the politics. Absolutely.
Oh my!
I think
Well,
a
I
lot
was
will
thinking-
change next year.
Well, I was thinking about the rugby 7 in the Olympics, so I thought that was what we
Ooh.
were talking
Oh,
about.
God. Oh,
Well, I was
speaking-
thinking-
it's
I was
very
thinking-
exciting that the Summer Olympics is finally going to add skateboarding. Yeah, that's what we need in the Summer Olympics. Skateboarding.
Wait,
Really?
isn't
Yeah.
the Summer Olympics also adding pole dancing too?
Maybe, I don't know. They're just
I
I'll
thought
watch
I read
that.
something about that.
it's
Did
just
they pole
stupid.
dancing? Are they
Yeah.
gonna add men and trans people and everything in the pool stuff too?
Oh God, I don't know. It's
The
politics,
fact that
dude, who
that
knows?
they're actually
It's
considering
ridiculous.
pole dancing as an actual sport
Hmm.
to do is the hilarious part.
It is hilarious. It is hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's
It
a
was
lot
either
of
that or
talent doing those
breakdancing.
kind of
Maybe
stuff,
you're
right?
thinking of breakdancing, smoking. Maybe you're thinking of breakdancing. I don't know. Maybe that's supposed to be added in the summer too. Sure. I have to
Summer
check.
Olympic electric boogaloo.
Yes, electric
Actually,
boogaloo.
let me actually look that up right now. Let me see here.
All right. Well, while you're looking up that information, Patriot, let's go ahead and get into our weekly dose of Beverly Hills 414.
Oh, usually it's twice weekly, Sundays and Wednesdays.
So
That's why you got me here. Make sure everything's in line.
That's right.
right.
Do we have to put him back
Previously.
in the dinghy? Oh, okay.
Hey, leave my thing out of it. You want to see
oh,
my
no.
dinghy?
Oh no. You guys are putting me in that raft again. That you know what you do? You put it that pirate flag. That ain't happening tonight.
Boo.
But
Challenge
previously,
accepted.
Challenge accepted. There's it. Woohoo!
I'll leave it up for now. For now, Baron. Previously on Beverly Hills 414. What kind of shenanigans are you with this time, Cash?
You never know.
Mike's country cruising had turned from a relaxing trip to get some wind in his hair and clear his brain and become a living nightmare. he was surrounded by all sides of lime green VWs. See, this is why I'm playing the music tonight, Barrett. They didn't seem to be doing anything in particular other than existing around him, and other than the near universal lime green color, didn't have any identifying marks that stood out. Of course, that's so it's easier for them to attack. So I just look around and go, "Oh, lime green BMWs, no worries." It wasn't until he noticed the drivers and passengers that his heart skipped a beat in sheer terror, clutched in his guts. No, there was no way. It was abnormal and inhuman. Hippies!
Dang hippies! I hate hippies!
Dozens and dozens and dozens of hippies were driving these VW bugs, all migrating like a bunch of... I'm sorry, I'm laughing. Bear, take over.
Dozens and dozens of smelly hippies were driving these VW bugs, all migrating like a bunch of patchouli-infused lemmings, and he was stuck in the middle of them. Yeah, let me get back to it. Okay, got 3 exits has gone by where he couldn't migrate over and get out of the pack. Honking his horn had them just honk and flash their lights and other things too, like some kind of party signal. Turn signal was ignored, and they were parked in so tight he couldn't merge or cut across. He tried slowing down, but only nearly got his rear end hit. Ooh, oh my! From some dreadlock Chong wannabe. It was rapidly clear.
It's getting weirder and weirder.
It was rapidly clear he was stuck with these stinking hippies for the entire duration of wherever they were going. He just really hoped they weren't actually going to lemming off a cliff somewhere. No, it was Burning Man, but that's it. Our Coachella.
Folks, in all honesty, I don't want to know what Baron does with his pipe behind the scenes, because that's one hell of a long one, folks.
You need to subscribe to OnlyFans to know that. Only on OnlyFans exclusive.
I'm compensating. That's what it is.
I joined him, so I know. Okay, so I'm not gonna say more.
Your turn, Cash.
A lot of men, Jason.
20 kroner, 20
Crypto
kroner,
had
right?
stormed back to the gas station, but that had been unable to find Jake anywhere. So much for his promise that this wouldn't cost him anything. Bah! Yeah. He had been forced. I think we broke Mike. He had been forced to settle for a urine sample size cup from the fountain drinks. What?
Steve, one quick question, Steve. What are you eating and drinking before you write this?
Man, seriously. And even then, he had to scavenge these pennies from the tray.
I remember T-Gap Steve from somewhere. I've forgotten where, but I remember you.
There was more straws sticking out the top than there was a cup, and after 2 half-hearted sucks, and drink was empty and done. And of course, not a damn free refill policy. Double blah. Fuming and ranting to himself as he stalked along the sidewalk. He didn't even hear the mariachi music till he was already upon the taco truck.
Again, it's Steve.
Burritos as big as your head, the sign said, along with the whole rundown of the menu choices. Great. He was still thirsty, and now he wanted tacos. The ATM inside sign of the store nearby caught his eye.
Well, of course, it's cash money.
We have to say one thing. Steve creates a lot better stories and stuff like that than Marvel and DC comics in general.
True.
True.
He's always thinking about stuff.
Let's just hope that the ATM is not the porno version of ATM.
Maybe I should
God.
speak from now on, because this is quite a controversial thing to say, if I'm able.
What, you take a reading? Go ahead.
Sure. Well, go on then. Baron had slipped into the open manhole and penetrated as deep as he could go. When he started when he started to get a second thought about this expedition, that happens when something goes squish underfoot.
Sorry about that.
It's okay, Daddy.
But he could hear the sounds. He could hear the sounds echoing off the inner walls of these dark depths. Something was down here. Whether it was the manhole cover thief or not, he couldn't say.
He was playing tiddlywinks with manhole covers.
He did his best not to step on anything as best he could in the nearly non-existent light, and came upon an area that made him stop and stare. A section of the wall had been cut away, and the area behind had been dug through, and on the other side some kind of bunker or sub-basement. Well, it wasn't his own basement, not enough laundry. See? It's just like I said, boys. They ain't never gonna expect us to be down here, and we can surprise them when we come up from underneath. A voice drifted to his ears, a reminder he was not alone. Where are the hippies going in this migration? Can Mike somehow manage to escape the herd and make his way to freedom, or will he be stuck reeking of patchouli, or whatever the fuck that word says, and going far out, man?
Yeah, man. Like, I'm already there, man.
Hey, man. Whoa, look at my hand. Whoa, it's so big.
Will Crypto give in to his urge and withdraw actual money to sate his sudden craving for tacos, or back tacos, as Dermy Wormy likes to call them? Maybe given a giant bottle of Jarritos or Fanta.
Fanta.
No, it's cash money. He's not going to want to withdraw money. He's going to want to keep it in there.
So
Why?
It's a tight wad.
Why are these people digging throughout not he, bloody American, can't speak properly, the sewer basement? Is Baron in danger? And what precisely did he just step in? And all this and more as Beverly Hills 414 continues after these commercial messages. Do you have AIDS? Do you require AIDS treatment? Well, at AIDS Treatment Center, San Francisco, we can give you prime AIDS treatment, circa 1983.
Hey, no shit. No shit about this. There was in the 80s something called the AIDS diet plan. You can look up the commercials and see them and talk about this was not the best time to come out with a product. It was spelled AIDS.
Oh.
And but when it comes around to money and putting money places, this is cash.
Cash money can put his change in my piggy bank any day.
It's like, it sounds like something out of Her. You guys ever see that movie, Her? That movie is.
I've heard about it, but I never watched it.
Very good.
Yeah, it's the future.
Right, Age.
Yeah. Are we at the part where we hear Cash go?
You know what really grinds my gears?
Isn't that the moment he comes backstage?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I said I hate Baron, but I still like him.
I wanted to hurt the people.
You just need me for Orman Tagge and Dark Tide.
He has his uses.
Yeah, he has his uses.
He's using me, folks. He's using me.
Don't mind good Cash. Not good Cash. It's evil, man.
I found that info about the pole dancing.
Is that a thing?
So pole dancing is now an internationally recognized sport. However, it is not yet an Olympic sport. So there's an actual international sports body that governs pole dancing competitions, but it's not yet an Olympic sport. There was a lot of rumors surrounding it. That's what all the articles were about. There are rumors saying that.
So if it becomes an Olympic sport, are we inclined and required to throw bills at the pole dancer?
I think so.
No, that's
I'm just waiting for Cash to be on the show.
All those girls from Deja
I've been
Vu are
keeping
really
myself
going to
in
have their
good
moment.
shape,
You
so
know?
I'm ready now.
Cash is ready.
That's one of the main reasons.
Dancing because there's gonna be that one really fat chick who somehow makes it, and she's gonna be on the Olympic stage trying to pole dance.
Lizzo.
No, we don't need
Lizzo.
I just
No, thank you.
Lizzo.
No, thank you.
dude. The funny thing is,
like
because of I'm not going to go deep into it, but because of the politics last time in Tokyo for the Summer Olympics, like they did so much damage. It's unfortunate, it really is.
Yeah, and
one
they've
of
added
the
4
main
more
reasons-
sports, by the way.
What was that?
Breakdancing, sport climbing, skateboarding, and surfing.
Ugh.
What was that? J.R. Athe?
Well, I was just going to say one of the main reasons why pole dancing is a sport is because you've got these different athletes competing for attention, and whoever gets the most financial resources is the best player. So, of course, it's a sport. It'd probably be odd for it to be an Olympic sport, but there is an acrobatic aspect to it. And if they do have big creatures doing it, they're going to need very strong, very thick poles.
So what you're trying to say is the most money gets the gold.
So what you're saying, Ryan, is that you are hoping we have a bunch of Lizzos and you're going to watch it and be very entertained. Is that what you're hoping for?
No, I never watch black women do anything, Cash Money.
Oh my god!
Wow!
Oh boy!
Okay.
Night,
everybody.
Night, everybody.
And on that note, I'm going to go ahead and say hello to the chat.
Cash Money fell right into that one. It was so easy.
You've
got to up your game, Money Man.
No, it's all right. That was funny.
I call
of course.
Oh my gosh.
He's here on the panel, but I'm going to say hello to him anyway. We got Jason Fox from 540 Studios.
You're on a
in here twice. He's in here twice. He's in here twice.
What's wrong with you, man? That's the guy,
Baron
only
does
lasts
it
about
too,
3
man,
minutes.
and Mike.
Yeah. Jason only
I do
lasts
it to
about 3
acknowledge
minutes
those in
watching
the chat, Mr. Monet.
Monet. There's James with his lotion and Kleenex. About 3 minutes in, the Lizzle's doing a pole dance. He's done.
And we also have Age Boomer, who's also with us here on the panel.
Who's in a state of shock right now? I haven't heard a word from him.
He's reality based. Ryan Rajrathe.
They finally let him out of the institution. I'm happy.
I was gonna say I can have.
He was in there for a few months, but yeah.
No, I can have sex with a lot of different people, but Lizzo ain't one of them.
No.
Right.
Trannies are more for Jace.
I always admit, yes, I have been dating trannies in my life, and I fucked them. And it's, you know what I'm gonna say? It's still the fucking same. It's still the same. You know, it's a whole is a whole. You know, it feels the same.
He's
I have
several copies of that Forbes with Dylan Mulvaney on the cover. It's like, oh yeah.
Oh god.
In the meantime, we have the angriest Canadian I ever know.
Look, it's okay
in Japan, and he's angrier than Godzilla. Angry Canadian.
They let Ryan out of the institution, Jason, and this is what happens.
I know.
This is what happens, man, every time.
But like I say, you know, I still had a great time with the people I was with. You know, I did come at the end. You know, I came. I'm happy. I went to bed, get food. Next day, they make food for me. I'm happy.
I am the institute, Cash Money.
He is the institute.
And it's good to see Kitty Bear. I hope you're doing well. Probably.
Twerking. I know Cash loves twerking. He loves it. He talks about it all the time.
He does chin twerking. He does
a chin twerking. Yes.
I don't even think I can do that with my chin, but nice try.
Too much. Too hard for chin.
And of course, he has been invited to tonight's stream, but he's in the chat
Phil
right now.
McCracken.
Phil McCracken.
Old man is at it again. Take your pills, old man. Take your pills.
Yeah, he was on our stream too. He was the same thing again. Every time you knock there, he's happy. Every time he's happy.
He's
You know, when they say take the blue pill, in reality they mean take Viagra.
Yeah.
And we have Alex Moore here this evening. Good evening to you, Alex Moore. Lord Thoth is also here. Good to see you, Lord Thoth.
Welcome to the shit show.
Yep.
Where are you? This is Pop Talk, and this is Pop Talk when it has more than me and Baron and Cash on it.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the White Kingdom of Wakanda, ladies and gentlemen. We have taken over, and we're going to make it great again.
Oh, so we're Ben Shapiro's version of doing Wakanda.
Ben Shapiro, I heard he's going to become White Panther. Of course, there is a White Panther comics, but,
Oh, okay.
He might as well be.
Are we Shadow Band?
Probably, most likely.
We're 26 minutes in. We're still on. All right. Thanks, YouTube. Woohoo!
Well,
thank God for them.
Even if YouTube took us down, we're still live on Rumble. Thank God for Rumble.
That's true.
We love you, Rumble. I'd take you up to dinner.
They're called jokes, people, and they can be offensive. I know.
I don't love Rumble. It's been 5 days since you've updated my channel syncage. Update it, for goodness sake. I'm one follower away from 120 followers on Rumble.
Well, I should go over. Okay, I'll go over there and be 120. How's that sound?
Yeah. Doesn't Ryan get an X for that? No, I'm just kidding.
Triple X. He does things like you wouldn't believe on this.
Cash, this is why you got to read the memos before the show, Cash. The memos in the Twitter group. I said in the information in the Twitter group that the strikes do not count for this particular broadcast because it's not an open panel.
So wait, you're telling me I can't put Ryan in the dinghy? Oh man! All right.
Thank you, Baron. Thank you. Cash deserves it. Cash deserves it.
Oh, and not just Cash. I win. Not just Cash. Here's for Ryan. And just for the.
Heck, you might as well give it to all of us, Baron.
Yeah.
This pop This pop filter protects my identity. It also makes me African too.
No.
Hey, we have more diverse now. You have a bisexual guy and a black guy.
I think this is what happened.
Roll Tide, Killy Chow, Roll Tide.
I just want everybody to know this is what Ryan will look like in 2 years.
I give it a year, Baron.
Okay.
Oh.
He's the oldest looking 20-some-year-old man I ever met.
He is, man. When you first see him, you're like, there's no way that guy's in his 20s. He's like 40.
Yeah.
And of course, JetSparks373 is also here. He was a guest earlier this year on the Power Rangers themed edition of Pop Talk. And Jet, the link is in the Pop Talk group on Twitter if you do want to join at some point.
Best of luck on Rocket League, my good man. It's not an easy game to play.
Yeah, it's a fun game. Brings out a lot of toxic things.
Wow.
Thankfully, Keely Chow, I was not demonetized as a result of being controversial. It's ironic because this is a problem most black men face, but I was demonetized because I didn't prove to them who I am. I don't have ID at the moment, but soon I will, and I'll be able to prove I am who I am, because let's face it, who would pretend to be me? So I am experiencing an institutionally racist problem, And yes, I stand with my black cousin.
Yeah, you're well. You get
Fantastic.
treated like that by the English. You mean you get treated like that by the English?
man.
I'm surprised you didn't have the ID. I thought it's like you had to have them. When you walk down the street, one of the bobbies come up and go, "Papers, please. I need to see your papers."
Yeah, papers, please.
Papers, please.
Well,
Yes.
Well, it was all digital, Darren. That's the thing, and I don't have anything digital, so I couldn't follow their rules because I was stuck using analog systems.
Now, that kind of reminded me of something a friend of mine had on Facebook. He goes, he was showing his grandma making pierogies, right? And he goes, "You're not Polish unless you, if you had never seen your grandmother making pierogies, you're not Polish." Which, of course, I added. Well, there's no thing to my family. Is if you've never seen your grandfather marching into Poland, you ain't German. So I mean,
And real quick, I'm gonna bring in our next panelist, and I'm gonna put him next to his bestest buddy in all the world.
Phil McCracken.
My God,
yeah, I got
why?
There you go. There you go. No. No. Cash, leave him there. Leave him there.
I didn't move, and Baron did.
I'm not doing. Okay, do it now. See,
Baron is using his pipe for some reason.
no, I'm using my hose. You know what I mean.
It's not Baron and it's not Cash. It's Cash Money's chin that's doing it.
My chin is so powerful that I can move walls. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's stronger than the Force.
You know what also is powerful? Discussion and opinion on this past year in pop culture and entertainment.
That is for sure.
For all of you, you all had something that you thought was good in the year, something that was considered bad in the year, something that was considered downright ugly.
Where's the sexy? Like the good sexy?
I don't think that really occurred this year, Jace. I hate to burst that bubble, but
oh come on, Della Mulvaney! Look at the lipstick they put on that thing when
Baron, I'm not kicking out the guest, but guess what, Baron? Guess what? It wouldn't be Pop Talk if I didn't do this to you.
Well, it is Baron who has a crush on Dylan. It's Baron who is obsessed with this person, so.
Help! Help! I'm being repressed!
Wow, you're being repressed, yet you also have the power to bring yourself back in. So, I'm going to add...
It stinks.
But I want to say one good thing that came out this year was One Piece live action.
Yes.
That was one thing that came out this year that was
very
fucking
enjoyable.
good.
Yep.
Regretfully, I have to agree with you because I actually made a video many months ago, and it was titled "Netflix Obliterates One Piece," and I'm glad to have been proven wrong. And hopefully, it does not suffer.
I feel you. I was afraid
a Witcher
myself.
effect. I hope it doesn't suffer a Witcher effect, but since
I know
the
what you
creator
mean.
is on board and it is being finished, hopefully it all goes well for him.
Season 2 needs more episodes though because they have that desert.
How about
arc.
1,000 of them?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. There we go. Let's pad that.
Well,
it would be great
the
if they
problem
could
with
get
the
at least
first season
get
of Witcher, though, it had issues.
Yeah.
So I mean, the first season of Witcher was very rough.
It was, but dude, they even changed like Dandelion. Did you ever play the games, Smoking or?
I started playing 3. I'm not very far into 3 because 3 is the only one available on the Xbox.
Okay.
That you can get off Game Pass at least.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, they changed things. The best thing, of course, was Henry Cavill as Geralt.
Yeah.
That was the best.
That's one of the only reasons people continued watching was because of Henry Cavill. Because he was a good casting, but I'm still happy, he said fuck it. Because it changed so much and he didn't agree with it and he stepped his foot down and said fuck it. And I'm happy he did because they butchered that whole fucking series, and I think it was the creator himself, I think of the Witcher stuff, that came out and said they didn't listen to him when it came to the Witcher, and they ignored him and all that kind of stuff. And when you're ignoring one of the creators themselves, well, there's a problem. You don't listen to the creator themselves. That kind of says a lot.
That's why a creator is a great example, folks, for future projects and future creators of their own projects, is to keep everything in house. If you want to do live action or animation, do it in house. Have a stake in it. And if reality based ever makes a story, I don't know why, I don't have the time, we would create reality based studios and then do it all in house. Doesn't have to be good. I don't operate on a profit motive. So I know Aged Boomer is so shocked by that he nearly had an aneurysm. But he has to be financially motivated because he has to build his house. Then it gets destroyed in a hurricane. Then he has to build another house. So it's a round the clock issue for Floridians to be financially based. But keep it all in house. Otherwise, your creations are just going to get taken, abused, and graped in front of your eyes.
It's a concern for all of us who are on the Atlantic seaboard who have to keep an eye out for a hurricane that might be approaching our way.
It was a real problem for Cowboy Bebop because I know the creator of that. He was hired by the studio to make the anime, so he never owned it outright. He was just hired to do this adaptation of, I believe, a manga series. I could be wrong. But he didn't really own the rights to it. He was just hired. Okay, do this series. You have to put ships in it, but you make it however you want. And that's when he decided to do something. But he never actually owned it when he was working on it. So when it came time to sell, they could give it to whoever they wanted to, and he had no say in the matter. And that was a problem, I guess. Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is that people who were defending that series is they'll say it was the hardcore anime fans. No, it was Netflix and their nonsense that ruined the Cowboy Bebop live action.
Oh, it was completely.
Well,
that was
typical thing.
As fuck.
That's their typical thing. They come and they attack the fans. The fans go out there and express, this is the reason why we didn't like it. And then they
because we give the reasons. Like, we don't attack them. We give reasons and detailed reasons on why. But that's not okay. You cannot ask questions. You cannot be detailed on how you feel about it because you're a homophobe. You're a racist. You are every little single thing. Especially when one they like to use is you're a sexist and you're against LGBTQ. Hey, I'm gonna say this again. There's a lot of things I'm against, and I'm LGBTQ, yada yada. Who fucking cares? But I hate 90% of what the fuck you're doing with all this fucking nonsense.
And hello, Jen Sparks. And who would like to go next as far as what they consider the good, bad, or ugly of 2023?
I might as well go next, considering what I'm about to say is going to be probably the most controversial thing I have said on this show and all of its iterations. I'm going to...
What the hell you say?
I'm going to talk about one of the most successful Star Trek shows in my lifetime, the glorified two-parter that is Star Trek Picard Season 3. 8 utterly bad episodes, followed by an okay two-parter at the end. The best Star Trek we have seen since 2005. I was born in 1999, but it is the best I have ever seen live in my lifetime, and hopefully we never see any Star Trek like it again, because, my goodness, when Enterprise is the best thing Star Trek has made in the 21st century, you're going downhill, folks. So that's my positive for 2023. I know a lot of people will disagree with me. There's been plenty of other great things, like the Halo TV show, for example. That was a great
Oh my god.
Surely you can't be serious.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Oh god. That fucking show, man, that pissed me off. Jesus Christ.
Which one? Halo?
Halo, yeah.
Even though it wasn't canon to the video games, it was like there's just certain things you just don't.
The ending was one of the most fucked up things I've seen, like in a storytelling. Making the main character actually die, and have Cortana take over his body, so it's a woman in, and AI,
Who's coming out?
an
In early
AI who is
2024.
that takes over his body, and now the character is more like the video game counterpart. Doesn't talk, is more mysterious and all. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
guys do.
The
I mean,
fucking retarded shit.
Just Jace, we also know this. I mean, if any Halo fans know, there are female Spartans. There's Linda. There's Kelly. There's dozens more. Hell, there's even Kat. There's even Kat in Halo Reach. I mean,
But they don't care about that. They don't care about female characters that have been established through years and other stuff. They don't care about that shit.
Yeah, and we're basically stuck with some insurrectionist girl or whatever. I don't even freaking know.
Well, the whole thing is they're like, oh, well, it's not canon to the games. Okay, fine.
And they didn't even care about the games or any lore.
Exactly.
They didn't even do any fucking research on Halo. They just took certain aspects of how stuff looks, but they didn't do any research.
And the
They
only
even came out and
thing
talked about it.
Yeah, the only thing is they literally just got Jen Taylor to voice Cortana, and yet the base of her is Natasha. Okay, I keep forgetting her last name.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Leon? Is that her last name?
Is that who you're
At
talking
least
about?
you know her first name, Jet Sparks. At least you know her
Yeah,
first
I know her from that Solaris movie, that 2002 Solaris movie with George Clooney, and she was the first lady in Designated Survivor. Those are the only things I know her from.
Oh,
She was on Californication too. I'm trying to think who her name is.
It's not Leon, is it?
Natasha, yeah.
Macalone.
Macalone.
It's hard. It's hard to pronounce her last name. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Okay.
Female.
But yeah, she's British.
Oh, that explains it then.
Yeah.
Why is Jace laughing? I don't know why.
All right, Phil. What would you consider the good, the bad, or the ugly of 2023 in pop culture and entertainment?
Well, it's been an interesting year. I want to say first, it's a surprise that Cash Money has made it through without having a heart attack. You know, every day he goes.
You too, old man. You too.
I'm healthier.
Sure you.
Big surprise, and the big question that goes through my mind for this end of the year: is it really the end of Kiss? Is it really they're really walking away?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I don't
thing
know,
on
man.
Kiss,
I
yeah.
doubt it. I doubt it, but
No, they're not. They're not walking back.
Who's Kiss?
They're going to come out with their wheelchairs next. But yeah, the big question is: it the end? I don't think it's the end.
No, it's not the end. It's not the end.
Oh,
they
they'll
want to live
come
on
out
forever.
with their new hit called "I Want My Geritol All Night."
If they still feel
Fruit juice every day.
if they still feel they can do it, they'll keep touring. I'm guessing.
And I think a big
money's
surprise
there.
something else.
that I could say for the end of this year, which I find very interesting. Now they want to do it. They're actually going to do a new Battlestar Galactica based upon the original Battlestar Galactica.
Is that good?
That's
Are you
good.
excited about that?
I was, even though it was good for what it was, I was not all for the gender swapping, the race swapping before woke was woke when they did their reimagined version of Battlestar Galactica. You know, my Colonel Ty, is a black man. My what did they call him? Boomer wasn't a girl, was a black man. So we had all that. Even Battlestar Galactica even had female fighter pilots, white and black, on the TV show before anybody else was doing that stuff. So if they come out and they do something based upon the original series, I would greatly support it. If they try to wokeify it or gender swap it and beat what the canon is, then they can take that with Doctor Who, Star Wars, Star Trek, and throw it into the garbage.
Okay.
So, but one thing I want to end on is that I think this is the year where things are going to start to change.
Probably.
I'm not a fan of Netflix. I don't subscribe to it after the Cuties incident.
It's horrible.
But if the thing is true about the so-called Obama thing going on there, and what I've been saying
that's
for
getting
a year,
wrecked.
that Obama was behind this agenda pushing with the studios and their entertainment.
Not shocked. Not shocked at all.
Let's see how
It
big
wouldn't
that
be
window
shocked
opens.
if it's true. I wouldn't be shocked at all.
Yeah.
But I do say this: I think 2023 going forward, independent content creators, when it comes to entertainment, is the key to everything. And I think that's where we should put all our hopes, dreams, and wishes into that.
We are all Ray. We are all the key to everything.
No.
Phil, did you find anything this year that you really enjoyed besides One Piece that was new?
For me or for everything?
You.
For me?
For like movies or
I would say that I went more back to doing foreign films, more Chinese and Korean than anything.
Yeah,
a
lot of good Japanese and Korean.
I would tell you this: there's a good series there, but I would recommend the 2010 version of Romance of Three Kingdoms. You can see all the episodes on YouTube. Free, and that is awesome.
My goodness.
Yeah, it's worth rewatching. And if you do like the video games, you understand that they took a lot of creativity in their video games. This is you're getting a more historical, if you can say historical. Pretty much, Romance of Three Kingdoms is the Asian version of Homer and the Iliad, and the Aeneid by Virgil. So their stuff. So I like
you know how rare it is to encounter a fellow Three Kingdoms fan.
Yeah.
It's like speaking literally. It's like speaking Chinese when you ever mention it to American content creators. But it's good to know that Phil McCracken is aware of Romance of the Three Kingdoms. It's a wonderful story. Here's a very slight spoiler. No one wins. But someone wins.
Like Warhammer 40K. Yeah.
That's for sure.
But it does have an ending.
It does. And it's surprised because, like you said, no one wins. Or let's say one of the three parties is not the winners. So that's it's very good. And I try to get Cash Money to watch stuff like that, but
I'll check it out, dude.
It's on deaf
check
ears.
it out. No, I'll check it out, man. That's fine.
That's what he always says.
Because if you're looking for alternatives, I mean, if one franchise that you can't really destroy with wokeness is something completely sanctioned and controlled by the Chinese Communist Party, they regard it as one of the best stories ever created, one of the top 5 in all of Chinese history. So if we need salvation against wokeness, we may need to embrace communism.
No.
Oh, wow.
Wow, man.
If you never knew, Cash Money is a member of the CCP.
No, I am not.
And
Jet Sparks
endorse these comments.
Yes. No, we do not. We do not.
Jet Sparks, what would you consider
communism? Oh, dear leader is going to be happy to hear that. He's granted a great day.
Get out, Kim Tae the third.
There he goes with his support for North Korea again. Jet Sparks. What would you consider? What would you consider either the good, the bad, or the ugly of 2023 in pop culture and entertainment?
The good definitely is the Super Mario Bros. Movie, Gran Turismo, and one I just saw yesterday, Godzilla -1. Absolutely.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Oh, I love it.
It's one of the best movies that came out. It's so fucking good.
Bad, I would say, the Game Awards this year. I mean, I actually, we tried to.
That was something. That was something.
We tried to react to it on the Gaming Den, but I know again, Bears was having some. We were having like equipment problems with Streamlabs, but the ugly. Damn, that's hard. There's a lot of stuff that was considered
There's too,
ugly.
you know, it's like so much that was so bad.
This is your opinion. It's not my opinion. It's not
I know
Cash's
it's
opinion.
not.
It's not
But even then, I can't really tell because there's been so much bad stuff. I mean, I just don't even want to acknowledge it. I just want to focus on all the good stuff.
What do you remember the
You could
most
do that.
of the bad? Like what do you remember the most? The first thing that pops in your head.
Well, literally anything that chick Rachel Zegler said.
Oh, yeah.
Or better yet, another thing that I will say is the ugly that is the trailer that's recently stopped, and as a writer, just oh my gosh, says I forget what this movie, but it has Jeffrey Wright, the actor Jeffrey Wright in, where he has to write a book. It has to be quote unquote black, or it's not. quote unquote black enough.
Oh, American Fiction.
Yes,
Fiction, right?
Yeah, literally, people are thinking this is gonna be the funny. Just look at the trailer. This literally irks the hell out of me. I don't know anyone would even see this as funny. Everyone in that movie sounds like a freaking low key racist. Like you say, oh yeah, the book's not black enough. Like because I gotta speak very ghetto in order for people to understand convey my point across. As just like oh my gosh, just like that is so
it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
Yes, thank you, old man. Yes, Godzilla -1, all the manga, which I'm personally not really a fan of, but yeah, anime manga, all the stuff in Japan and Korea, it's kicking American cinema's butts.
It does. They do. They kick their asses. They kick basically everyone in the world right now because they make a lot of great fucking content.
And they don't care about all this woke crap. They just care about making good stuff. Independents care about making good stuff. And in fact, there are a couple things that I got that I consider.
What happened to him? Oh, there he is.
Christmas. One is I finally got mine today. I got Alpha today.
I think
your mic.
Oh,
your mic got it.
Sorry. Yeah, I moved my mic. Oh, sorry.
Alpha Core is one of the greatest comics I've read this year. It's so fucking good.
Oh, I can't wait to crack it open. But I also need to read Item #2. I haven't gotten down to reading that one yet. But
I actually gave Alpha Core 10 out of 10, and I had to message Chuck Dixon himself and just like, hey, I love the comic. It's so good, and all that.
Very nice, man. I have that on PC.
Nice.
I was looking forward to getting this game. I love Jet Set Radio so much, and I mean. At first, but the one thing I still think they need to do, I know they announced a new Jet Set Radio, but they just need to make future backwards compatible, and I'll be happy on Xbox.
How awesome would that be? I wish, man. I wish.
There's a lot of original Xbox games they should make available.
But it's still up to the publisher.
Right.
Right.
And I'm surprised that Jace actually likes something to do a 10 out of 10. He doesn't like anything.
Yeah, I barely like anything. I barely like anything because I'm Norwegian, you know. I like black metal and all that kind of stuff. I'm old satanic, you know. So I hate everything. I want to burn.
Bring out the power.
There we go.
Yeah. So, but no, I
Jason
gave Alpha
said
Core 10 out of 10. It's such, you know, I've always been a fan of Chuck Dixon, and you know, this year, you know, and this year I've spent a lot of time talking with him, and some years before that we became good friends, and I'm just happy to see that he's grown so much, and you know, he's still growing, he's still there, you know, after everything that have happened, and I'm happy he got to join Eric July, and you know, we get Mike Barron is on the team, and again I want to say is that one thing I'm happy for is that Chuck Dixon finally gets one of his books into a movie that I'm really excited for. Levin's Trade is becoming a movie with Sylvester Stallone writing, David Ayer directing and stuff, and Jason Statham as the main character.
Oh yeah, by the way, I think I saw a trailer for a new movie he's gonna be in. It's called The
Beekeeper.
The
Beekeeper, yes. I'm excited for
Beekeeper. It looks crazy.
It's also David Ayer who creates it, so I'm excited for it.
And also, I think we got that movie. I've seen the trailers before. Is also Argyle. That's gonna have Henry Cavill.
Yeah, I think Argyle has potential. Yeah,
it does.
Well,
and
Oh, I was going to say, take a couple steps back to what Jet was saying with Godzilla. Just like we had with our on Sunday, where we're going through the top 10 movies, and the top one and the third one down, Japanese films.
Yeah,
in America,
And
one
again,
is not even in English. You have to watch it in subtitle.
Yeah, and I really did love it. I mean, again, it takes place during only shortly after World War II, and again, it's great. I mean, even then, I know what people have said. You do not need any like prior Godzilla knowledge to enjoy this movie. You don't.
You don't. You really don't.
You mean, but you need to watch the prequel, Oppenheimer, before you see Godzilla.
Come on.
This is the main advantage of a relatively young civilization. Japan, as it is in the modern era, is a very modern civilization. Usually, with most civilizations, when they get old, a couple of 100 years old, they have some growing pains. And then when they get into the few thousand years old, people seem to forget their origins and then do each other in. So Japan has plenty of time as it approaches its 100th anniversary since it became America Asia. And I think at that point, it will have the same kind of growing pains that we will in the West, because we exported Western culture to Japan. It's inevitable that our faults will export into theirs, mainly through politics, because that's how they infect everything. But
I mean, the only thing that's really fallen into Japan is the Akikomori culture, and of course, the population of Japan is aging. By 2050, the average age of any Japanese citizen will be 45. And it's gonna be said about a lot of countries that populations are going to start or dealing with that.
Well, right now, Japan's in the middle of embroiled in their own scandal with the Liberal Democrat Party that they have over there. Abe's the one that Abe was part of, and because I watch Japanese news, and NHK, and it's like, boy, that's a big thing going on over there. And it's like, oh, it almost sounds like ours. You know what we have going on here. So,
and do remember, and do remember, ladies and gentlemen, apart from Russia and China, Japan has the world's largest communist party. Just remember that.
Yep.
Yep.
That's true.
It's China first, then it's Russia, then it's Japan. So there you go.
Then there's California.
Yes.
Yeah.
And don't forget, the same thing applies to the state I'm living in, Illinois.
Ooh.
The bluest state, probably the bluest state in the Midwest. Hell, I see how you see all those flags everywhere. And even there's one person that has a, what lives matter thing. And I literally, every single time I see it, I literally just give that thing the middle finger. Every time I walk by it, I just give it the middle finger.
That's a proud flag that's going to be replacing from Minnesota, the flag of Minnesota pretty soon.
Oh my God!
Baron, hold on. I want to hear from Age Boomer. What he considers the good, bad, or ugly.
You want all three?
2023.
Hurricane.
Your choice. You can choose something that was good. You can choose something that was bad, or you can choose something that was downright ugly.
I'm going to go with ugly for this one. I think what really got to me was the outcry over Hogwarts Legacy and how people are going after people streaming it online. And that's nonsense. I mean, it's horrible.
They went so far with doxing and everything.
The fact, Age Boomer, that was not nominated for best game of the year is still just aggravating to me.
Right.
Especially when this has been a game that most people have been waiting for so many years and been wanting and asking for.
They've been wanting a great Harry Potter game, and they finally got
and an open world one. We want an open world one.
What they determined what is the game of the year if they don't go by sales? If they go by sales, then it is Hogwarts Legacy.
What did they say? They said 90% are these journalists, and then 10% are the customers, and I'm like, something like that. I was like,
exactly, which is why the game
right there. There's a big problem.
And
the game awards. Sorry,
I mean, internet. I mean, I hate to defend Hollywood, but at least they still go by somewhat by what a movie does in the box office. Granted, they still have their special new rules they have in place, but overall, during a person I know that got Hogwarts that complained about that game. There's not a single. There was very few.
It's a good game.
It is.
It's a really good game.
Bugs. It had one thing you can question, but if you didn't really pay attention to it,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is that the wokey, the trans and wokey pokies should be fucking happy. We had lesbian characters and we had a trans character there. Come on, you should be happy.
No, they're never happy with anything. They're never going to be. It doesn't even matter. You literally have to add even more and move the goalpost and say, yeah, you need a trans. You need a trans, like I can't even know. There's like so many tick boxes that you have to do, but still, one of them is that you're gonna need a trans, disabled, Native American person in this game. If you don't put that in, we will riot. Essentially,
but the thing is, they probably won't even play the game anyways. They just are always looking for
remember,
to be upset about it.
Do you guys remember the website? These crazy people created. The crazy people created a website where you can search on all your favorite streamers who plays Hogwarts, so you can harass them and subscribe to them and everything. But the fun thing, that website did not last long because that got shut down so fucking fast, and the boycott and everything. Hey, Wokies, you fucking failed in a really high level. That game succeeded. A lot of us loved it, and we're gonna still play it until we are.
It's still too expensive on the Xbox One for me to buy.
So I have to pay one game that Cash Money did dish out $70 that he would buy for. The one game, Hogwarts. Normally, Cash Money does not pay anyone like that.
I would only buy the deluxe edition, though, Phil. So.
And that's saying a lot because Cash Money doesn't spend money.
I don't like spending money on a lot of this stuff.
You don't like spending money overall.
I don't like spending money on a lot of the stuff that they say is $70 worth of content when we all know it's not. I mean, you
are not an American. You should spend money on decadence and spend money you don't have on things you don't need and something else from Fight Club I've forgotten. Basically, America knew it was going down the shitter 25 years ago.
Wait, though, Ryan, you're telling me they don't do that in the UK? They don't spend money on things that they don't need or they don't have?
Of course not. We have a foreigner leading us.
You said UK. Remember, the Welsh would disagree with everything he said.
He just happened to be born in a British hospital. It's like Barack Obama. Of course, he's born in an American hospital. That makes him an American. His parents paid money for him to be born in that hospital, which is wrong. He was born in Kenya, and the first lady was trans.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh boy. And on that note, Patriot.
Vote McCain.
And we're still
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
We're still live. We're still here.
We're on both platforms tonight. We're not just on Rumble tonight.
Vote for Mitt Romney. That's the most
wow. You are not even American, dude.
Now you're gonna have Cash Money blowing up.
Oh God, not
Patriot.
Oh Lord,
my friend.
Have mercy.
What would you consider either the good, the bad, or the ugly in pop culture and entertainment for 2023?
Well, I already kind of said beforehand, like what an ugly was. So I'm actually going to go something good. And this might be a little bit of a surprise for people. I'm going to say the Power Rangers special that came out on Netflix.
I agree with you. I liked it. I liked it
because we got a lot of the original.
They respected the original characters
very well.
It honored, and the way they treated Trini and the daughter.
Yep, and just the overall feel. It was definitely more serious because of what happened with Trini. But they still had those lighthearted levity moments.
Yeah.
it was just so well done. So anybody who grew up on Power Rangers, you couldn't help at the end of that just shedding a tear because
Yes, exactly.
JDF turned that down to be in that because he was doing Legend of the White Dragon.
Oh, I'm so
So
excited
that's why
for
he
that.
wasn't in it. He wanted to basically be done with Power Rangers at that point. So it was like, at the end they have for Trini and for JDF, they have the little memorial thing at the end. So I mean, I shed a tear because I'm like,
that hits hard.
How much
Yes,
it really
did.
does because it's just it's the last time we probably were going to see as many of the original cast in the same thing at one time.
I can say it like this: the only thing they did now with the Cosmic Fury that was really terrible, and
God, that was a joke.
Yeah, and we talked about this a while back, Casual.
Yeah,
So the thing is that the creator guy himself said that one, they're gonna go away from Super Sentai. That's what they did with Cosmic Fury, and create their own
yeah.
things. And
Yeah.
he also compared it to Star Wars and Marvel and stuff like that.
Oh, it doesn't come close to Star Wars. I mean, seriously.
No. So what I'm just gonna say this: what they did with the new Cosmic Fury was trying to be more of a. They tried to go more for Marvel route with the series and focused a lot on LGBTQ and other stuff. And it was just so I binged the whole series when it came out just to see what the fuck they were doing, and it was fucking horrendous, fucking bad. The last thing that was good with Power Rangers was the special. That's the only last good thing they did.
Yeah, that was good. But yeah, I personally thought Cosmic Fury was a lame duck of an ending. I mean, I'd say it's not as bad as like say Super Mega Force was, but still top tier power.
Gordon is not dead; he's still alive.
Technically, yes, but I figured because of that episode, I figured this that is technically I would think what is the actual finale to the show, like Once and Always is the actual finale, because when Billy hears about that Ion probably said he probably encountered Zordon, maybe he's not dead, but I don't even know. But they say this takes place after Once and Always.
And it doesn't. The Once and Always doesn't really fit to the Cosmic Fury either. The continuity doesn't really fit well either with those two.
Yeah, and the same thing applies with SPD, because technically SPD takes place 2 years from this point, and they only just mention it in a small throwaway line, like saying all the people that have been all the other planets that Lord Zed has ravaged along the way. Yeah, all the survivors are being relocated to New Tech City here on Earth.
But we have to remember there's a lot of different universes in Power Rangers.
Yeah, again, even the same thing with like the whole where did like the freaking Beast Morphers team, where did they and their organization fit in with the larger power? Is it its own separate universe? Is it its main?
It's like
is it in the main universe?
if you read some comics, they will connect with all the universes. If you read some comics, they're doing a alternative universe comic right now, where because originally Tommy Oliver has a child named JJ and all that with Kimberly. No, not Kimberly, Catherine.
Yeah, I think that was Soul of the Dragon technically made that canon.
Yeah, that is canon, and that's a really good comic. If you ever want like a last view of his story in a way, that is a good end for a larger story.
I have yet to see any of the Boom comics. I don't even know where to find any of them.
The Boom comics are good to a certain point, but they also do introduce gender, non-binary and some stupid stuff here and there.
Imagine the Rainbow Power Ranger, just all the Rangers morph into a rainbow.
Well, I think they did that. I think they did that with Tokuger, the one with the Sentai with the trains and whatnot. They definitely.
But
they skipped that one.
But now they are gonna do an alternative universe where Kimberly and Tommy Oliver got married. They became together and they have a child now. That's a girl. That's a daughter instead of a son. So they're gonna do that now in the comics with an alternative universe, and we'll see how that goes. But it's really funny timing that they're doing it now when this is such a big thing to have females in everything. So
yep, exactly. Put a chicken and make her gay.
So all I'm gonna say, I hope that comic is well written. That's all I'm asking for, but I highly doubt it. Highly doubt it.
But I know a person I was on a panel with before. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he still can. Even in the show, he still thought that Tommy and Cat were together. He thought he was a canon thing, and he does not accept that Cat and Tommy are a couple. He never bought that.
No, Cat and Oliver is canon. They are the ones who become married.
Yeah, but he doesn't believe. But he doesn't believe this. But I'm pretty sure that comic. He said he pre-ordered it, and I'm pretty sure he's probably over the moon about that.
Yeah, because that was more fan fiction.
Now I do want to find out from Baron and Cash what they consider the good.
Well,
the
I
bad,
know
or the
Cash.
ugly
I know
of
Cash
2023.
loved Ahsoka. He loved Ahsoka. It's his favorite show. This year, he loved it. He probably had a boner when he was watching it. Just with Filoni.
Oh my goodness!
Wow, this is some scandalous information you're delving.
I know everything. He tells me everything. I know everything.
Sure.
So did he like Andor as well?
That is
Kitty Bear.
fake news.
Yeah, take care, Kitty Bear.
See you later, Kitty.
See you, Kitty.
Well, you want to go first, Cash, or should I?
Yeah, I'll go first. It's fine.
Okay.
I did get to see, I did get to see the new John Woo movie yesterday.
Yeah,
And,
Woo!
Silent Night.
It's not in Norway. It's not in Norway. They don't show that movie in Norway. Silent Night. They don't show it in Norway.
They certainly
don't show
live
it in
up
Norway.
to the name. I mean, there is legitimately no talking, and there is just scene after scene from everything. I don't want to spoil it for you guys if you're going to see it because it's really good.
I'm gonna try to see it as fast as I can because fuck Norway. I hate Norway. You know I do. But they're not showing that movie. A movie I've been waiting for after I saw the fucking trailer. But no, they're not showing it.
It's been a long time since John Woo has done a film in America. So,
Yeah.
long time.
So I want to ask you, Cash, was it like watching Punisher in a way?
In a way, it was sad, but everything that built up to it, where it ends, is just like wow. Yeah, there's just a lot of great action, of course. A lot of the way the camera moves in certain angles, just amazing. The slow motion is well done. There's only a little bit of it, but it's well done. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I thought it was a great movie.
You think it's one of the best movies this year?
I don't know about that, but it was really good.
Okay.
I think my favorite movie of the year is still Oppenheimer. I haven't seen Godzilla, of course, but Oppenheimer.
Well, you gotta watch the sequel, man.
The sequel.
Yeah, you need to watch the sequel.
But I would say the bad would definitely be Ahsoka, Dial of Destiny. I know Crit would disagree with me about that many times over.
Oh, yeah.
And I have to say I was still somewhat disappointed in Across the Spider-Verse, considering I liked the first one so much. I think there was missed opportunities there, and I know
focusing on the wrong stuff.
Yes, I think Spot should have had a bigger role, and so on. A lot of things in that movie that could have been better.
And race swapping of characters, and there's just so much in it.
No.
That was just so wrong. So I understand you completely.
I still haven't seen that, but Kilted saw that.
Kilted saw that.
Kilted saw Barbie.
It didn't like it in that kind of sense, but it didn't hate it either, if I don't remember wrong.
Did I hear right that it's got like the most nominations for the Academy
Yes,
Awards
for Golden Globes.
Yeah.
Golden Globes.
Oh, Golden Globes. Golden Globes. My apologies.
Yes.
Oh dear.
I knew it was some.
I don't know why. But people are upset that Turtles didn't get nominated.
Look, it must have been a 2 a.m. ballot dump for Barbie.
Yeah. I mean, Barbie was definitely the most successful movie this year. I mean, the money it made is just, even overseas, is just sick.
But Barbie was a shit movie.
Yes, I mean,
watch it.
The only thing is, yeah, I know. Even then, that Star Wars girl, she didn't like it, but she did say that, that Margot Robbie, and I will agree with this, Margot Robbie is perfectly cast as the character of Barbie. She looks the part. Everything, she looks the part. That's it. Other than that, everything else is just stupid.
Isn't it
ironic? The way they dissed men really heavily.
Isn't it ironic, gentlemen, that the most successful movie in 2023 also happens to be the most feminine movie in Barbie. It's very feminine.
Ironic. Yes, a movie that is fully 100% unapologetically for women. And even then, I'm pretty sure only women and probably a lot of gay men definitely loved Barbie. But again,
I think a lot of men went to that movie to just look at Margot Robbie.
Oh yeah,
either that true, but also some of them. I looked at the trend that movie was also a test to see if that guy you were dating was quote unquote boyfriend material. If you have him go see the Barbie movie. I'm pretty sure they only went out of it in the hopes that if they did,
I wanted to walk out. I wanted to walk out when I was at the cinema and watching it.
Well, when I came out of Transformers: Rise of the Beast, I saw these women and their daughters or nieces or just all these girls in general, and they were all in pink, and I knew it was for the Barbie movie, and I'm thinking, well, it's no different than somebody dressing up in a Jedi robe and carrying a lightsaber going to see Star Wars.
Same with pirates. Some people dress up as Jack Sparrow. And,
but no, the most funny memory I have with watching Barbie is that I was with my ex-boyfriend, and we were on a date, and he was just like, just fuck it, let's watch it just for fun. And he didn't think it was going to be that bad. And then we watched it, and that's the first time in my life I've seen my ex-boyfriend become so fucking mad and start talking about politics and how disaster and how ugly and how fucked up this woke world is. And that was the most fun part I've ever had with the movie, was my ex-boyfriend actually getting mad because of that movie and talking about politics, something he hates doing. But that was that's a good fucking memory.
He became a cop, huh?
And that's
fast.
And that's the whole point. Everyone is getting so tired of all this political crap. Just make a good movie, please. That's what I seek out to do when I write my story.
Good movie. We can escape the real world a little bit and just have fun, talk with friends. Just like, oh, did you see this? This was funny in the movie. This was cool. Like Godzilla, for example, for us people here who have seen Godzilla, we can talk about how good it was. For example, also with One Piece, we can talk about all day how good it was and the good CGI, good scenes, acting, chemistry, everything. That's what we want to do. That's what we want. But we don't get that a lot.
It always amuses me, folks, when I hear about Jason's progressive relationships. I do apologize for being mildly homophobic in regards to laughing at some of his statements.
We'll put you in the dinghy, dude. It's all right.
Nothing is homophobic. If you think that is homophobic, man, I don't know what you're thinking, because it ain't homophobic, man. Do you listen to me talk about trans people? Do you listen to me talk about them? I sound more transphobic than you at times with that shit. For fuck's sake, I have had a lot of fucking debates, and I had people who are LGBTQ people that comes up to my face or give me fucking messages. Oh, you're just a fake bisexual. You're not that. And I'm like, how many times do I have to say? So I'm so fake bisexual that I've sucked a lot of fucking dick in my life. Yes, no. I am just fake bisexual. Yeah. I like dick once in a while. Yeah, I'm fake bisexual. Yeah, thank you very much. So
oh my God.
Depends on the day. Sometimes I want cock, sometimes I want pussy. Depends on the day.
Baird, how are you going to follow that up with your good man and ugly of 2023?
Well, all I can say is Jason's proven that, Ryan, he's much more than you. So don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, exactly. So again, it doesn't matter. Everyone is
everybody. Yeah, for me, everybody's a target. Everybody's a target. It doesn't matter what.
Everybody's a target.
Yeah.
It's like, Ryan, I know you joke a lot about trans people and gay people and stuff. I said, just fucking do it. I love jokes like that. Just fucking do it.
And real quick, Pops, good to see you. And you're in the Pop Talk 2023 wrap-up group, and that's where the invite link is if you have time to join us, brother.
Yeah, join the man.
And yes, I'm human phobic. That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, exactly.
You nihilist. You
yeah, I don't no. I would say the only thing, if something is racist, the person, if you do not like aliens that are from Mars, that makes you a real racist. The damn Talons are racist in the Orville. They're actually racist.
Okay, I'm gonna say it like this.
Hello to Dempsey.
I can only laugh so much before my cheeks just die.
But I'm gonna say this to YouTube. Everyone here on the panel can make so much gay jokes and whatever LGBTQ jokes they want. They have my blessing to do that because I fucking love those fucking jokes. Without those jokes, it would have been a really boring fucking world to live in.
Exactly. Sometimes you can't. You got to learn to laugh at yourselves, guys. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you for giving your approval. I'm going to use it when I get a chance. Thank you.
He likes a banana in the tailpipe, folks.
I'll use it now in replacement of next year of abusing cash money.
Yeah, whatever.
Real quick, I just want to let Pops know so he hears this. If you don't see us on YouTube, that means we're over on Rumble, so the show will still be going.
And we're really cut loose. You think we're bad now? Boom. But Jason's such a nihilist. When I was watching Big Lebowski again, it's like, oh yeah, those nihilists. I know which one is Jace. So
where's the money, Lebowski?
Where's the money? Yeah. So it's my turn now. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go with all three. I'm gonna go backwards. I'm gonna go with the ugly.
Mm-hmm.
And the ugly would be Oppenheimer should have been a Disney film because Lord knows they have dropped the biggest atomic bomb ever this year. I mean, bomb after bomb. It's like carpet bombing Hollywood over there. And they ended it with
like
the
Vietnam.
Yeah, exactly. And they ended, of course, with the Marvels. And it's kind of showing that, yeah, they probably were fudging beforehand, and now they can't do it no more. Box office receipts. That's the ugly, which is also in some ways the good because it's really shaking things up. Now for the bad, oh geez, I mean, I would have to. I would have to. Well, it's kind of hard because there was so much bad. I would have to go and be somewhat contrary to poor Ryan beneath me here. Was Picard because. When we had Star Trek Picard coming out, it was basically like he said, eight episodes. It's all it was member berry crap. There was no substance to it, other than the fact that I'm sorry. I'm so very, very sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so, and even then, when you got to the last part, again, they're running off on the member berries and they're just not doing what Star Trek is about. So that's the bad. The other bad would be let's put it Doctor Who. Doctor Who, put a fork in it. It's dead. It is absolutely fucking dead. The moment everyone was so excited that Russell T Davies was coming back and said, "No, don't get excited."
So Doctor Who has died officially. Doctor Who has died 3 times. It died in 2018 with Dr. Karen. It died with the Timeless Child in 2020. Now it's died with the bi-regeneration of a black doctor who grew out of the white doctor's penis.
Exactly, man.
Doctor Who has died 3 times, yet we're still talking about it. And I say we as in the creator collective of the hundreds of thousands of creators that are out there.
Yeah.
I'm sure that when Nkuti has his own series in 2024, of course, the Goblin episode is due to come out. We'll talk about that, and we'll, as a collective, talk about that in one way, shape, or form with videos or shows until Doctor Who truly dies out again, and then no one will talk about it for the next 5 years and move on to the next problem to highlight.
Also, Baron, you bring up season 3 of Picard. I mean, all it is there's member berries, and then there's just so many member berries that it's like, is that the only reason that a lot of people are coming back for this show? Yeah, and then on top of it, you've got the Picard. They prove that he's right with the things he says. Then they come back to him and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, John Luke," and it's like, what is the point of this? Seriously,
right?
Also, something that was real stupid about Picard was in the finale, where you have the Enterprise D, a Galaxy-class starship, going into a Borg cube and flying like it's the Millennium Falcon.
That was terrible. Yeah, I forgot about that.
It was just, and then the way they killed off some characters that we like so much. This is the way you want to kill them off? Yes.
That
was
such an
horrible.
insulting
They
way.
could have
That was
saved
horrible.
her. They could have
Yep.
saved her in that situation.
There
and they
was
didn't.
no reason. There was
a reason. They found out she had the surgery to remove her mole, and she don't have the mole no more.
No.
Yeah, and
Not
that's
the
why
mole
they
again.
eliminated her. So, justice for people that have a mole.
Well, that's
Yeah,
what the
we're
Borg
fine.
were afraid of. They were afraid of Molly, 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 Mole.
She was no longer the Merlin Starfleet.
The other thing is, why did the show need to start with the Borg anyways? We could have had somebody else. It's whatever, but
Why couldn't they have
yeah,
the
exactly.
species from Voyager, the one that tore up the Borg? That would have been better.
Species 8472.
Yep, that would have been a hell of a lot better.
Are they? Is it the Undine that they call them?
Yeah, that's what they.
Yeah, that's what they call them in Star Trek Online.
Yeah.
I still call them 8472.
And what was up with the slurring of Christopher Plummer's daughter? What is her name? She was terrible in that show. Yeah,
I know. So I think those two uglies, I think, kind of go hand in hand. Now here we go to the good. I mean, there was a lot of good this year. Let's start off with the fact we had Megan being a very low budgeted film that did well in the box office. I mean, take a look at returns on that. And same thing with Cocaine Bear. Of course, as we're saying, Oppenheimer, Cash really liked that film. Godzilla kicking ass out there. There was a lot of good things, but I think the one good that really got to me was Babylon 5, the Road Home.
Good.
Going
good
back to
animated
that
film.
universe.
Yeah.
Great animated film. They did. J. Michael Straczynski did with that what they should have done with Picard. He didn't rely on member berries, but he did rely on events that did happen that were important in that universe and played off of them. And which is big difference between doing member berries. Remember this. This was something that was woven into that story where, even when people are saying they're tired of alternate universes, you had the alternate universes, but we had peaks of that with the original series, potential how things could have done. And now we saw what were those ramifications of those, Babylon 5. I'm not going to give anything away. But if you're a Babylon 5 fan and you haven't seen it or you haven't gotten it, do it. It's just wonderful, even with the voice casts that they got to replace the actors that we have unfortunately passed away, and especially Franklin. Philip Lamar was he?
Yeah, Phil Lamar. You got it.
He did such a great job doing Franklin. I think he was the best out of the whole people coming in there. Of course, who did Garibaldi did a great job.
Yes,
I think your Jakar needed a little bit of work, but other than that, having all that coming back, I want another one. I want another one. I know Straczynski wants to do his reboot, but I want to see this universe again. I want to see my old friends that we sat down and watched. And the whole thing was just a blast. This is what we needed. It was a shot in the arm, and it's great to have it. And of course, Mike, of course, can sit back and state one of the other great things in relation to it: the Babylon 5 the Blu-ray.
So, getting all 5 seasons on Blu-ray. I mean, I might as well just go ahead with my good. Getting the Road Home and the Blu-ray box set, like you're saying, Baron, that is part of the good. Also, I'm glad you mentioned Megan because I enjoyed it.
Yep.
I will check it out sometime soon.
I mean, you said it wasn't the greatest film, but it was exactly what we had back in the 80s and such, where you could go have fun, enjoy yourself. You didn't feel like you were taken advantage of. Yeah. It's just like we had in the 80s.
Lay Rose, if you'd like to join us, the link is in the Pop Talk group on Twitter. If you'd like to join,
I just like to say in regards to Megan, for like 80% of the film, it was a 7 out of 10. The end of it was more like a 4, but then it balanced it out into like a 5 or a 6. And considering 2023 standards, a 5 or a 6 out of 10 is actually quite good. So, especially for a low-budget film.
That was something Pops and I were even talking about at one point. The majority of the movie was good. It was the last 20 minutes where it started to fall off a little bit.
Yeah.
And Baron, you know what? And Baron, because I heard you talking about how, they flew the Enterprise D like the Millennium Falcon into the Borg cube. How funny
Yeah.
would it have been if they're just shooting at the outside and they're like, we can't get in there. Then all of a sudden you hear Cisco's voice, but I can. He jumps in, in with the Defiant, and they're like, what are you doing? He's like, finishing what I started.
Well,
he just does that.
Okay, okay. Now that you opened that can of worms, right? So, these morons, right? I'm gonna call because the whole crew of Picard are morons. So let's go to this museum, right? Where the Defiant is part of the museum. But no, what we want to do is we want to steal an outdated by a century plus cloaking device from a bird of prey and put it to the ship. Well, why do all that work when you just take the keys to the Defiant and Yahoo? That would have been a hell of a lot better.
They should have
because you take
Voyager would have been a better ship for them to take.
Or maybe all of them.
But think about it this way. Of that next generation crew, Worf knows more about the Defiant than anybody, even if it is the second ship to bear the name Defiant for the DS9 era.
Right.
Yeah,
I think they should have took Voyager, and they should have resurrected Captain Kirk, who we saw the body in there, to be in command so he can lead us to victory.
Literally every generation of Star Trek takes on the ultimate Star Trek villain. All 4 ships that we know of, yes, all 4, because the 5th one, it's hard to bring people back from multiple centuries ago. But those 4 ships, the 2 Enterprises, the Defiant, and Voyager, taking on the greatest enemy that the Federation has ever encountered. Not a Borg cube, but a Borg super cube.
Well,
They wanted to bring back the Enterprise D. Why couldn't they trace down the original Enterprise, wherever it ended up crashing into or floating somewhere into the hunk of junk in the galaxy?
Remember, Phil, the original Enterprise was refitted and then it was destroyed over the Genesis planet. And the Genesis planet itself was destroyed.
It wasn't completely destroyed because it blew away.
And
it burned up in the planet's atmosphere, Phil.
Here's what I also don't understand. You got Geordi's daughter talking to 7 of 9 about how Geordi had trouble making friends. I'm like, that's a blatant lie.
Yeah.
He had trouble with women. He did not have trouble. And I'm like, how can people sit here and accept this?
Well, the Federation changed a lot as a result. This is the justification they always use, that the Dominion War changed the Federation, and over the course of 25 years, it
can they
turned into
prove
the
that,
very
Ryan?
thing.
Can they prove it?
No.
That's my question. Can they prove it? If they can't, they need to shut the hell up.
Well, you brought up another point, right? The Voyager's there, right? At that museum. That's the one that's got the super shielding. Wouldn't it have been a great ship to take too? She's small. She's maneuverable.
The ablative hull armor.
Yes.
Right.
And then and this whole situation about how it's the young people and then the Borg are able to control the young people. I'm like, give me a break. I don't know.
They're all 25. Is it 25 years?
Right.
I think that the year it's set is the 25th anniversary war. So it's very interesting they use that 25 years as a reference point.
Now, as far as my bad, I've got to say Expendables 4. That was bad. That was unnecessary.
I haven't seen any of those films.
I've heard awful things about that movie. I just haven't seen it myself.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Don't see it. I do not recommend it.
The only thing I liked with it was basically just Jason Statham and his fight scenes, and got to see Tony Jaa again because I love Tony Jaa. I think he's a really fantastic actor and martial artist. So there were like certain scenes I was like, okay, they're cool. Like the scenes I liked the most was with Jason Statham and the Sylvester. Like that's the only scenes that I did like is to see though. But everything else, I was like, it's whatever.
Chemistry.
Yeah, Megan Fox had no business being in the movie.
Oh, she's such a horrible actor.
Well,
and she's so practical.
the best take on that
that's
movie.
bad? Listen to her performances in Natara in freaking Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, that was real terrible. Like she's so much plastic that sometimes I just crave for that dick instead.
Yeah, exactly. Again, even in Jennifer's body, no. Amanda Seyfried was way hotter than she was.
Well, the funny thing is that Critical Drinker did his review of it, and he goes on and he's like, I can't think of why Megan Fox would be in this. Actually, I can think of 2 reasons. And he just stands in, and I'm just like,
and they're not that
I'm just like,
impressive
that's-
either.
Well, but that's the
They're
thing.
not-
There was literally no other reason for her to be in the movie other than the sex appeal. Quite literally,
Yeah,
she's
very-
let's just be
very
real. She's
shallow
not
stuff.
exactly an action star.
Hot take. She was better looking in Transformers back in 2007 than she is now.
At that time, she looked better, but she
Yeah.
wasn't plastic and all over all that kind of shit. She was
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
She was more attractive that way.
Steven Seagal was on set. That's why they had Megan Fox there. There were a few
Oh, yeah.
Steven Seagal types in that production. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, your favorite actor in the world.
Yeah, but then again, he was in the she was in the movie with the man whose wife replaced her in the 3rd Transformers movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Rosie Huntington Whiteley.
Grace Huntington Whiteley, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Now, as far as my ugly is concerned,
Me.
$70 games.
Yes.
With bugs.
Yeah.
On release date. I'm looking at you, Jedi Survivor. Yes, I ended up completing that game eventually. But
Hey,
still,
at least you
$70
didn't-
for the game. And
At least you
having
didn't
so
buy
many
the
bugs.
day before.
Yeah.
I thought
didn't
you were
buy
going
that
to say
game.
Gotham Knights, but now there's another one.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
the thing is, Gotham Knights was that $70 when it first came out?
Yeah.
I don't. Was
Yes,
it?
it was.
Yeah,
No, I think it was $60, and you and I were
Oh,
smart enough last
yeah.
year to buy it on sale
That
for
game-
$30.
That game is
Here
a
we go.
$30 to
Cashmoney's going to have a
$20
heart
game.
attack.
It's
And I
a
was
it's a $30 to $20 game. So many of these $70 games. Even look at the $60 games. Like look at the collection of the Konami. That is the weakest collection for Metal
Yeah.
Gear we've ever
Oh,
seen.
terrible.
The Metal Gear Solid
Castlevania,
collection has so many
Turtles.
bugs.
Yep.
I haven't picked it back up since I streamed it.
No,
I
I
am
totally
not
get you.
surprised.
I totally get. But Mike, I think there's someone here that needs to leave.
I am looking at that right now. All right, Patriot,
Yep,
go
I
ahead
got-
and
yeah,
promote
I still
yourself,
gotta
brother.
eat. I still got to eat dinner. Mike, I want to
All right,
thank
buddy.
you so much for having me on. It's always
You're welcome,
I'm always
brother.
honored to be a guest. Cash, always great
Yep.
seeing you. Baron,
Too, buddy.
don't wear that dress again. RRA, you stay based, brother. Jason,
You can
good to
call
meet
me
you.
Ryan Roger Athe. I hope you can pronounce that.
Then
Ryan
most
Roger
non-homophobic
Athe?
guy in the world.
Yay, he got it right. An American who can pronounce things
Awesome.
properly.
I see it.
And
Yes,
yeah,
yeah,
me too,
Ryan
Barry.
Roger
I feel
Athe.
like we
It's
would
not
have
hard
some
to
fun
say,
conversations. I'm not gonna lie, we'd have some fun
Mhm.
conversations. Age Boomer, good seeing you. Phil
Thank
McCracken,
you.
good seeing you.
Yep.
Jet Sparks,
Yeah.
Always.
may the power
Good
protect
seeing
you.
you too, smoking.
Damn right.
And smoking. If after you're
Yes.
done eating dinner, you want to rejoin us, you can, because by that point we'll probably be over on Rumble.
He's American, so it's a very big dinner.
Ah.
Yeah, we don't do beans and toast here, Ryan. We do not do beans and toast.
Oh man. Speaking of beans, yeah, someone tried to put beans on pizza. Like
Ooh.
why?
Why?
I
That's a
mean,
Welsh
just
thing.
a credit
That's
to
a
Phil
Welsh thing.
TMNT and just Phil TMNT. I'd like to see him try that. Try beans on pizza instead of ketchup on pizza.
You
Let's
know,
try that.
I put
Okay, you know
peaches
what?
and
I'm gonna go
pineapple
eat dinner
on
before I
pizza.
hear more of this
you know?
blasphemy.
Okay.
Peaches
Bye-bye.
and pineapple.
See you later,
Okay.
smoking.
Sometimes
See you
even
later,
smoking.
watermelon.
Thank you, brother.
Watermelon on pizza. Should try it.
Oh wow.
No.
Pineapple belongs
no.
in custard, not
You're-
pizza.
You gotta
Pineapple on
have
pizza
pineapple
is
on pizza.
good. Pineapple on
Yeah.
pizza is good as fuck.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's,
My
not,
wife
it's yeah,
does that.
it's decently good, but it's not something I know. But it's not something you would eat every day. Personally, the only thing I would eat every day is beef jerky.
Every time I order a pizza, I always have pineapple on.
nice.
That's my wife. That's my wife.
But that's what it is. It's like it's just like the pineapple on pizza debate is just as like the whole candy corn debate.
What's wrong with candy corn?
There's nothing wrong with candy corn. Now,
So
Well,
you
I
can
mean, I can understand why people like it. I just have no taste for it.
no, it's the when you get fruitcake. That's
You have
when
no
you know
taste,
you're
that's
hated. When someone gives you the gift of fruitcake, you are hated. There's nothing.
But Phil, we've talked about this. I wish you had met my late mother because she made fruitcake, and even fruitcake haters loved her fruitcake.
My dad made homemade fruitcake, and yeah, I had to stomach it eating it, and I tried to put a smile on my face, but it's like tofu. You know, you can't. No matter how
it just depends on who makes it.
Hey,
yeah, that
don't
may be
spell
true.
tofu or Cash will get mad at you.
Oh,
Cash is always mad.
But you got to remember one thing, though, Phil. Fruitcake is that thing where it gets given to somebody. It's like it's your turn to be given that
Alex.
fruitcake. It's the same thing wrong for the last 20 years or so.
Never tried candy corn. Never tried it.
What
you
is
never
it?
had candy corn?
What is
I-
candy corn?
Well, he's in Norway.
I'm in Norway. I don't
know.
know what the fuck that is. I know what it is because of Drunk Tripio and a lot of other fucking streamers, but never tasted it.
Yeah, well, I tried it. It's just, again, I just don't see the appeal of it personally. I've just tried it. I don't have a taste for it. But of course, just that, like I said, the whole thing, that debate is like, why are you really gonna hate on somebody because of something? Just because someone else isn't very fond of it doesn't mean that you should just condemn their life. The only thing I would say is that if you actually like I would only say simply, if you're like The Last Jedi, you're someone who's just in denial. That is a bad movie. The only thing good about it is that it's well shot. Nothing more, nothing less. The story is bad.
Now, I do have a question for everybody. What is something that came out this year in 2023 that turned out to be good, but your initial thoughts when you heard about it, you thought it was going to be bad or ugly?
One Piece.
One
Easy
Piece
for me.
Yeah.
I would say I didn't even know about it until I actually saw posters for it. Was Gran Turismo, and I actually was thoroughly impressed by it. It was good.
Good racing movie. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I saw it recently. Yeah.
I can't wait for Forza Horizon to get its own movie.
No, because the
that's
reason
gonna
why they did the
happen.
Gran
Oh,
Turismo
maybe.
was it was based on an actual,
Yes.
like an actual gamer turned racer. Yeah, and he it really was good. It was a really good movie. I know they do change a few things around for dramatic tension, and yes, some characters are just completely made up, but it's an overall good movie.
I just think Microsoft Films presents Forza Horizon, and just a bunch of trendy, politically correct people driving through Mexico.
No, two movies that I think that if you hire me to write a script for it, I will deliver you the best script I can possibly make with these two movies: Killer Instinct and House of the Dead. Just don't get Uwe Boll to direct. Just don't get Uwe Boll involved with it again. Because, I mean, I think Stoner and Craig actually interviewed him just yesterday on Side Scrollers. Go check that. Sorry.
And real quick, Crit, if you'd like to join the panel, the link is in the Pop Talk group on Twitter.
Come on, swim on here. Come on.
It's an orca sighting.
If there's a movie that's surprise, and don't hold me to this because I get my years after I get old confused. Didn't whatchamajigger, the movie for Top Gun, Maverick, wasn't it this year?
Maverick,
No.
yeah.
No,
last year.
Last year.
Last year.
Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
was the
thank you.
big
They
one.
don't get confused with all
Yeah, they that had a bloated budget, but I really like that movie a lot.
It was a good movie.
I mean,
I
out
liked it.
of the three, Barbie, Oppenheimer, and the latest Mission Impossible film, it seems that the latest Mission Impossible film did the worse on a financial basis when everyone initially thought it would do the best. So I found that quite interesting. So hello, Pop.
Hey, Pops.
Hello.
Hey, Pop.
Welcome to the show, Pops.
Hey,
there, everybody. Thank you, Mike, for inviting me. Hello to everyone. Some of you I haven't seen in a while. It's been great to do this. Thank you. I don't
Doesn't
have
mean
too
I need
long,
to behave
but-
now. Just you're here. Do I need to behave?
Why would you? Like I ever can make you behave? Like I could ever make you behave? Please.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I don't
welcome to
even
the
bother.
house.
I don't even
That was
try.
for you, Pops. A pop for you.
So, Pop, what we're talking about tonight, and as you were a guest earlier this year on Pop Talk, and that's why I've invited you all back, is we're talking about what, in your opinion, was something good in 2023 in pop culture and entertainment, something bad in 2023 in pop culture and entertainment, and something you thought was downright ugly.
Okay. All right. So, good would be smaller company, non-corporate films. So, for instance, obviously the Godzilla -1 is knocking everybody's socks off, but I want to throw in things like Sisu, Sound of Freedom,
I still need to see
Nefarious.
Sound of Freedom, yeah.
Nefarious would be in that category. Amazon did it's like a dramedy. It's like a drama comedy called Air, which is about the sneaker. Netflix's Extraction 2. These are more like they're not these monster corporate entities, and they were all kind of at the top tier of the films this year. Let's see. The bad is going to be the bloated films. Like so many of these films my reviews are like, there's a good film in there, but they're all like 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, way too long. They need to be cut down. And that includes even films like John Wick 4 and Mission Impossible. They're not bad films. It's just that they're so bloated with extra time and nonsense and wasted scenes and things like that. So that was the worst part, is that films that were good or could be good were kind of ruined for me, or not up to snuff because of that lack of discipline, lack of editorial, checkboxing, and being too smart for their own good, like just the smelling their own farts kind of cliche, right? They just
I totally get you
think
on
they're
that.
clever.
Yeah, I get you on that.
Ugly is the fact that we are just not out of the woods yet. Like I got a comic review that'll come in the next few days called about the new Fire and Ice comic book, which is just unbearably bad, about Ma Kent taking them to the drag show and so that part of it, the self-insert stuff is still a thing.
Yeah.
Did you hate read it?
Yes.
Pops, did you hate read it?
I just did a highlight read of this is how bad it is still. We're not out of the woods kind of thing. Like I'm just so frustrated at the end of 23. This is still, and I basically said, Joanne, sure, there's something wrong with you, Joanne. Like, Joanne, there's something wrong with you. Like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, you really have issues.
Don't all these people who do this kind of stuff, all the self-insert authors, don't all they have issues?
Yeah, and I got to be honest, I'm very curious because there's a show called Monarch over on Apple. That's the Godzilla show, the MonsterVerse show called Monarch. There's a writer. So the episodes coming up. There's one called by Mariko Tamaki. She did that I Am Not Starfire comic book last year.
No.
So I am dying to see if she has a self-inserted character because that is her motif as well.
Well, yeah, that character was her, that Starfire. You take a look at
right, but will she put herself in the Godzilla show? Because I feel like the last episode.
So she is really gonna write for Monarch, really?
Yeah. First off, Apple TV is extremely far left. So if anyone thinks Apple TV is going to reverse course of Disney, the Monarch show is very liberal and lefty.
Yeah, because I have seen just 2 episodes of Monarch. I didn't hate them at all in that kind of sense. I enjoyed them to a certain point, the 2 first episodes, but I haven't seen them.
That's the problem. You only read. So here's how these shows work. This is the formula. So the formula is you pitch the show. You write episodes 1, 2, and 3. 1 and 2, whatever, and you write the last one, and then everyone else hired in between are all of the POC hires, the inexperienced hires, the fail up hires,
like a lot of CW shows with superheroes.
Oh, all of Disney Marvel, all of Disney Star Wars, a lot of the stuff that's over on Paramount that's been a disaster. Yeah. Monarch's the same. And this last episode was written by a lady. She's a self-insert lady. Now I don't know much about her, but her name is like Amanda Colton, I think. Amanda Overton. And there's like a weird squeezed in lesbian relationship, and I'm like, I think she's kind of a self-insert for that teacher. I really do. So we'll see.
Can I Pops, I want to ask you, do you think this is the absolute worst year maybe in the whole history of DC to be a DC fan?
No, it was probably worse a year or 2 ago. Like literally there was things they were doing that was even more extreme. I think the John Kent change was really worse last year than it has been this year. Donna DC did not start off badly. The problem with Donna DC is full stop. We're going to stop everything. We're going to do night tears in the middle of the summer. That has nothing to do with anything that's been going on, and nobody cares. Has nothing to do with anything. So I would say DC last year and probably the year before were worse.
But still pretty bad today too.
Yeah, well, everything since like 2015 has been like unbearably bad, but it dates back to like 2010 before it went off the rails.
Just look what almost happened with Connor Kent because of that Mags person who wanted to transition Connor Kent into a trans female in the comic story. Almost got her will because in the comic itself, Mags uses the name Connie because that was the name that she wanted to use on Connor Kent. And now she has taken another IP from either Marvel or DC. We don't know yet, but took a beloved character now that we will get to see next year, a beloved character that apparently everybody loves, and transitioned the character to a trans character.
Well, Mags is pretty ill, so yeah.
And welcome, Crit, to the panel. Crit, what we're talking about tonight, and since you were a guest this year on PACIFIC414 Pop Talk, you were actually on the 2-year anniversary show. We are talking about what you consider to be the good, the bad, and the ugly in pop culture and entertainment for 2023.
And it made me pour 20. Wait,
What?
AI voice.
This is what happens with
oh boy. Oh boy, I'm in it now.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you've done a lot for pop culture this year. It's you've done a lot.
I heard you were in Fortnite. Have you heard the good word, ladies and gentlemen? I'm sure everyone has heard.
Oh no, don't go there with that joke.
Bird. Bird's a word.
Well, you know, just to kind of go with Pop still here. Got to remember that barn burner Green Lantern that came out. I mean, boy, that was a barn burner.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, man, wait a minute, Baron. Which one could you be referring to? I wonder what. Let me see if I still have it up here.
I don't know, but it took me a while for me to get banned by him. I mean, I tried my best. It took a while, but he finally banned me off of Twix. And
you mean the one by Tim Sheridan?
And the comic got worse. The comic got worse.
Yeah, it got way worse. Yeah, issue number 2 is way worse.
Oh, yes.
Shit. Please buy my stuff or you're a homophobe or whatever.
Really?
That's a great sales pitch there, dude.
In all seriousness, gentlemen, who the fuck is Tim Sheridan?
That's what I was thinking.
Very important.
You don't want to know.
He's for DC Comics.
He's
a homosexual.
No, I'm
blocked.
Well,
basically, he self-inserted himself as the Green Lantern from the 1940s, and basically telling his story.
Oh God!
Through that.
Yeah.
And of course, let's not forget let's all know that James Gunn is going to do a great job with the DCFU too. So I mean, he's really going to have barn burner year next year.
So listen, on that note, I have called out James Gunn to say, listen, it's already set. There's already a precedent for Alan Scott to come to the DCEU. All they have to do is cast Mr. Green from Clue. He's pretty much the Alan Scott character.
Yeah, that's very true. So, Crit, what is your good for 2023 in pop culture and entertainment? What's your bad? And what's your ugly? Might take him a while because he's on delay with the AI.
Yeah.
Listening to my real voice.
Whoa! It's the
Crit is here. Oh, hi, Crit.
For a minute, I thought Oxmoor was talking about us.
Could you repeat the question?
What would you consider to be the good in pop culture and entertainment for 2023? Then the bad, and then the downright ugly.
Oh boy, maybe I should go back to my Peter voice.
You're sounding pretty Peterish right now.
Yeah, I have to do the voice to get the impression right, Oh boy. The good. Well, we got a darn fantastic Godzilla movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Godzilla -1. Everybody, go watch it.
Yes.
Yeah. The kaiju
Highly
fans
recommend it.
clapping.
Cash, you need to listen to everybody. You need to watch it.
Yeah. Yeah. Chinny Chin. Chin Chin Chiri. Cash
Yeah.
should go see.
Good grief. All right, continue, Crit.
Godzilla for me. Okay, I was trying to find the rhyme for that. The good one live action One Piece is great.
Yep.
It's pushing more people to read the manga, which I love.
It's true.
I also like the anime, but I prefer the manga now because the anime is dragged. But whatever.
It's a drag.
It's a drag unless you watch One Piece, where they cut a lot.
A lot of killers and stuff like that.
Yep. Oh man, I'm trying to think.
That's
what
very
came out-
hard for an American to do. Think.
I might like. We had some TV shows come out this year. I'm not. I think there was. Well, we had the Mario Brothers movie came out, which was pretty okay, even though it was
pretty okay. That was probably one of the better video game adaptations we've seen in the last few years.
Yeah,
I think Illumination knocked that out of the park.
I say it's okay because you watch it and you're like, oh wow, that's a great Mario movie, and then you walk out and like, wait, that was a Mario movie. It was Mario. There wasn't really anything more to it, like in story. It was just you just paid to go see a Mario that was announced.
I gave that movie I
You
give it
get
a
that
7.
feeling a lot. Yeah, you get that feeling a lot when you go see a movie and like, oh, that was great, and then you think about it, like, was it great? It was. I still think it's a good movie.
It's great for
but
the time.
like for me,
Great
who's
for
not
the
a big
time.
that is not really big into the Mario world, but I really enjoy the movie. Other than, of course, Seth Rogen's voice.
Yeah,
And,
it's just Seth Rogen playing Seth Rogen. That's all it is.
Yeah,
We had
and like I said, I really enjoy Anya's acting and stuff like that. And only thing criticism I had to her is that she just needs to learn to voice act a little bit more. It wasn't horrible, but you can hear it on her voice that she wasn't like really used to voice acting like
Wasn't
that.
bad,
So just
though. It worked.
it worked. It wasn't bad. It just needed a little more practice, and I think it would have been a lot better with just her voice acting. But I gave it a 7 out of 10 because
yeah, but I will still
I
say
enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, but Jack Black was the guy who stole the show with this movie. He definitely killed it in Bowser.
Oh, he killed it. That was really good.
We had
Great music too.
Yeah.
It
It was great. We had to go quickly. We had a great finale to John Wick. We had an okay Guardians movie. Probably the only good comic book movie this year. Good, not great.
It was decent.
But I think that's only where great goes. What was the middle one? The ugly or the bad?
Bad.
The ugly.
Good, bad, the ugly.
The good, bad, the ugly.
American.
Mostly. Well, you need some of these have Brits in them, so. But the bad. Well, I am saving a certain franchise for ugly, but
you can say Cash Money's ugly.
Bad Ted Lasso.
Yeah, I'm ugly inside. Yeah.
Good. Oh, good. I watched the first 2 seasons of Ted Lasso. Bad. I watched the 3rd season.
Third season of Ted Lasso. Oh God.
Bad. I've never seen Barbie. I can't say that. Put that in the middle. We've had a lot of corny ass Hollywood movies that people go to pay and go see. Indiana Jones I liked, but I don't think it was the greatest, and a lot of people didn't either.
That's an understatement, but
yes,
we had a lot of
like can of worms.
We had
Sorry, that
Yeah,
movie
but
was making. Sorry.
To give Indy its credit, I found it more enjoyable than most of the comic book movies this year. We had movies like The Marvels. Ugh.
Oh
Uh,
Lord. Black Girl Magic. Black Girl Magic.
The Flash, which I know Cash has watched some.
Microwave baby.
I don't know
so
if I can
bad.
finish that movie. I watched half of it. I don't know if I
I
can
saw it
finish
in cinema also, man. I was a fucking cinema.
George Clooney.
How bad, how ridiculous was that Quantum Mania movie? Oh my god!
I went and saw it with a friend because
that movie is an absolute mess. I'm just
Fucking
like,
horrible.
really.
And
she
again,
wanted to see the movie, so I went with her, and I had more fun eating my nachos than I did watching that movie.
Right?
Nachos.
I didn't see the movie, but who the frig is Evangeline's hairdresser in that movie? Dear God, what were they thinking with her with all her hairstyles and all of her movies?
I heard they were trying to make it look closer to the comic character. That's why they changed their hairstyle. I guess
I didn't like
I
didn't like
am
it.
Kang's ultimate variant, ladies and gentlemen. I am Kang's ultimate variant.
Oh, if you're Kang's ultimate variant, then so's Hofcast.
Okay.
No, he's like or Kang Stark.
Before we leave the YouTube and go directly to Rumble, I do have to put up this review that came out right here. So this is it right here.
This channel has a thing against Japanese. Mike can't pronounce the word, but yeah, they're gonna really love that one.
You think if Godzilla saw that chin, he'd go running like, "Oh shit, I'm out."
Well, look at your chin right now.
Great
Orca
sick
boy.
Godzilla, sick Godzilla on Cash.
So I wish my chin was
how
that
you can
powerful.
let you down and
It's all right. I expect people to be jealous of my beautiful chin. It's all right.
So before we head over to Rumble, Ryan does have to go. So Ryan, the floor is yours. Please promote yourself, brother.
Well, thank you very much for having me on this special episode of PACIFIC414 Pop Talk. You can check me out at Ryan Roger Athe on YouTube, on Twitter, as well as on Instagram and Kick and other places as well. And hopefully you enjoy what I have to offer. Of course, I'm the host and founder of Reality Based, where the truth really is reality based in more ways than one. And hopefully I can have great talks with many fine fellow creators into 2024. There was one special show I'd like to promote. It's still in the developmental stage, but the pilot episode of a new show, a standalone show called Reality Based Politics, which will debut on January the 6th, 2024. Actions
Very
speak
nice.
louder than words.
Cool.
So thank you all very much for watching, and enjoy this solid hour on Rumble, where these great guys go from being reality-based to being reality-based extreme. So on that note,
Good seeing you again, brother. Good seeing you again.
Am I
brother.
invited to
Yeah,
come on
we're
that
extreme.
talk politics with you?
By the
sure,
way,
more the
free
merrier.
will. Free will.
Especially straight white men. Jace, you're invited. Just don't. flirt
Yeah,
with
yeah,
anyone.
yeah. No, all these people here, and
he's
it's
gonna
not my
flirt.
type.
I
Not my
know,
type.
I'm well aware of your type, Jace. So until next time,
Oh,
ladies
man.
and gentlemen, bye for now, everyone.
Hey,
I
take
appreciate
care,
you
Ryan.
joining us, Ryan.
See-
Thank you.
Hey, talk
See
to
you,
you later,
Ryan.
man.
Talk to you later, buddy.
All right. So
He's insane.
Pops has also
I
got
love
to
him.
go. So
Oh,
Pops,
Pop's gotta go.
please
Oh,
promote yourself.
oh.
Oh man.
Yeah, sorry, folks. I got to go on to something else. I apologize, but I'm glad I was able to make it by for a few minutes. Appreciate the invite and hanging out with you guys.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's good seeing you again.
So yeah,
Pops.
videos nearly every day. Tons of fun with other tubers. Talk Hard Tuesday will be with a Mexican Iron Man as we discuss Die Hard, the ultimate of Christmas movies. I've great other videos coming out the rest of the month. I have Vex Electronica on with me talking about Good and Bad and the Ugly on the last Tuesday of the month. Mephisto is coming on to talk about Scrooge. So just very blessed to have a lot of folks interacting with things like that. So, but yeah, thanks again for the invite and hanging out. I appreciate you guys. Talk hard, be blessed, and if I don't talk to you, Merry Christmas, have a good New Year, and yeah, just keep on keeping on.
Hey,
Merry Christmas to you, Pops.
Merry Christmas,
and
Pop.
Happy New Year to you and your family. And the best for you for 2024, both in your personal life and in your YouTube life.
Likewise,
Blessings to you, man.
Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Christmas has nothing to do with Christmas.
With that Polly Boy talk.
You know, if y'all want a good Jason Statham Christmas movie, tried Wild Card. Have you seen that one?
I haven't.
He's in Las Vegas, and you can see him beating up mobsters to the tune of White Christmas in one scene. It's funny. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Phil,
From Kraken, worst troll ever.
Best there is. Best there is. If Die Hard is a Christmas movie, then Ben-Hur is a Easter movie.
Guess what? Batman Returns also takes place around Christmas.
It does.
That's a Christmas movie.
Not a Christmas
So does
movie.
RoboCop 2. So does RoboCop 2. So bam!
Definitely not.
hey, Phil, go out and put up your blue lights, okay? Just quit bitching.
Blue
put up
lights
your
are
blue
not
lights.
Christmas lights.
Yeah, it's Advent.
you-
It's Advent.
you can-
Those are Advent
You
lights.
can
It's
always
Advent.
say if Die Hard, is a Christmas movie, that means I am straight. That you can use
Because
that.
something takes place during the Christmas season and they show Christmas trees and decorations doesn't mean it's a Christmas movie.
La 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 la
More
la.
Rumble.
Yeah. We gotta get to Rumble, folks.
Hey, YouTubers, thank you.
No.
Thank you for that
I'm not dissing them. I'm not dissing them. The links in there. I want them to follow us. Come on,
but
follow.
those are
Come
I
on.
just want to say goodbye.
And
Come on,
StreamYard
Come
just
on,
lagged
you
for
gotta
a
do it.
second.
Come on, follow us to Rumble. Come on.
It's the water's come in. The water's fine. Just don't.
You'll get to hear my
go
good and
because
bad
it's warmer.
picks.
All right.
Love that.
Lord Thought.
I was not done.
Oh, sorry, Crit.
What? Chris, come
Sorry, I have to interrupt your stream.
Okay.
With my
Sorry, comic book
criticism.
nerd.
Are we on Rumble yet?
No, I'm trying to get us over there. But before we go over to Rumble, I always do this. I always thank everybody who watches over on YouTube before we zip over to Rumble. But Lord Thoth, come on, follow us to Rumble.
Yeah.
But thank you for being here. Alex Moore, thank you for being here and follow us to Rumble. Bill McCracken, you got no choice. You're coming with us to Rumble.
Yeah.
I'm here with the support of my good friend Craig.
Angry Canadian, well, he's probably out and about it, doing things that he has to do. But thank you, Angry Canadian, for being here. And of course, Ryan Roger Athay, thank you for joining us on the panel, being a guest here on Pop Talk during the course of the year. And please, everybody, go subscribe to Ryan Roger Athay.
And I've just renamed him J.R.R. Athay. So.
Okay, that works. We also had Aged Boomer, who will be coming with us over to Rumble. And of course, Jace, he's coming with us over to Rumble.
Yes, Daddy.
Come on, Big Daddy T-Gap. We need the Rumble edition of Beverly Hills 414, Big Daddy.
There we go. Yeah, you can get even
Dad loves
weirder
that
there.
when you say daddy there, like Jason. He loves that.
No, I really do not. Don't listen to old man.
Daddy
Don't listen to old man,
Cash.
silly.
You're so big, Daddy. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
That took
Okay.
another turn.
Okay, that took another turn. Yes, Kitty Bear, thank you for being here. Killy Chow, roll tide. Killy Chow, roll tide. Hope to see you on Rumble one of these days. Jet Sparks, he's coming with us over to Rumble.
Yes, that Jet Sparks 373. Yay, he's quite a guy.
Yeah. We need a diverse panel, so
Well, we need Janet to join us. Come on, Janet, join us.
Come on, Janet. Come on, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the Pop Talk group. Come on in. The water's
It would
fine.
be more diverse. It would be perfect. A person
We got a
of color.
person of color. We got a gay guy. We got a white guy. We need a woman now. Come on. United Colors of Benetton.
Old man, thank you for joining us. Come over to Rumble. Battle Wannabe, I know you're over on Rumble. I know you are.
Yeah.
Come on.
He's just stepping in with and discussing something else.
Leia Rose, thank you for stopping by. Come over to Rumble.
The great Leia Rose.
Ops, thank you for being here, and also thank you for being a supporter of the channel for these last couple of years, and being a guest here on Pop Talk during 2023. Because there's one thing I am going to say here right now is I would love to have more guests on Pop Talk in 2023. And I am working on it. It's just, a lot of back and forth, trying to find out what works best for the potential guest.
Well, this is what happens when Mike goes out there. Hey, you want to come on Pop Talk?
How about no?
What a jackass.
Oh, boy. Dempsey, thank you for stopping by on the YouTube side. Come on. Come over to Rumble. Come on. Do it. Do it now. Come on.
So it looks like Janet and DJ Ronnie G need the link, but it's also in the Twitter group. So, yeah.
I will get. Well, Janet's in the Twitter group, so if she clicks on it in there, she'll be able to join us. DJ, I will send you the link. And of course, Crit, he's on the panel with us.
And the big question:
DJ Ronnie G
have a white T-shirt on.
Oh my gosh!
Oh
dude.
gosh, Phil, give it up, man.
No, never. We're
He
going to
never
give him
gives
some
up
colored
on this
T-shirts
stuff.
if his life depended on it.
Oh boy.
And Janet, I'm going to go ahead and send you the link on a Twitter DM. But I want to thank each and every one of you for being here on the YouTube side. Please follow us over on Rumble. And H Boomer has just done that as he says, howdy.
Whoa.
Howdy, partner.
And I got to say, Mike, you are slipping because after I did that, I'm surprised you didn't do this.
You really are a fat bastard.
Well, you know what, Bear? There's three of us that have control of this StreamYard. I was just waiting to see who would strike first.
Well, Cash, he's probably doing dishes right now.
I'm here, you fat bastard.
He's making a sandwich.
Always that sandwich. Always that sandwich.
That takes hours to make and another hour
If
to
it's
eat.
a great sandwich, it will be great though. So
Yeah,
it won't
he'll
be
wrap
bad.
the tofu.
No,
he has
teriyaki
to cut
sauce
the
on it.
crust off the bread.
No, he
because
just goes full
Yeah.
vegan.
Sure.
Cash goes full
No.
vegan. He doesn't like this. Yeah, full vegan.
But again,
Not a
everybody, thank you for watching. For those of you over on YouTube, thank you for your support. Thank you to all our special guests that we had here on Pop Talk in 2023. And again, I do hope to have more, and I am making steps to make sure that we do get more special guests on Pop Talk throughout 2024. So with that being said, on the YouTube side at least, remember two things. One, don't give up on me in a game because you never know what you might miss. And two, I'm not just a baseball guy. I'm an all-around guy.
You forgot number 3.
Pop Talk is where it's at, baby.
He's a great White Sox fan.
Oh, yeah.
Proud of him.
And with that being said, we're going to Rumble.
This has been a test of the emergency hypnotoad system. Had this been an actual hypnosis, you would go limp and watch whatever crap